Hello, Obooters from around the world. My name is Kais, and I'm 12 years old, and I live in Montreal, Canada. Welcome to our Oboot Zoom session where me and my co-host Kenza, who is 9 years old and currently lives in Dubai, will be interviewing our guest changemakers, Adrian Lopez Velarde, sorry if I mispronounced that, and Marte Cazares, who I think is going to join later. Adrian and Marte are from Mexico. They are the co-founders of Desserto, a company that creates a vegan cactus alternative to leather. Adrian and Marte's work links to several sustainable development goals, especially to goal number 12, responsible consumption and production, and goal number 13, climate action. I'll first ask Adrian to introduce himself and to tell us more about their work, or his work with Marte. Kenza and I will ask them questions about their background, their journey, their work, their skills, and their impact. So, Adrian, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, thank you, Case. So this is Adrian. I'm the founder of Desserto, a plant-based alternative to leather, synthetic leather made out of cactus, to help reduce the environmental impact of the industries that use it, and also help companies achieve their sustainability goals. So the situation is that Marty and I, we used to work in the fashion industry. We were in touch with all these raw materials that are used, like leather, like synthetic, which is made of PVC or polyurethane, which are petrochemical feedstocks. Of course, not environmentally friendly. We're not happy either with the sacrifice of animals to get their skin and transform them into handbags and shoes, car sets. So we decided to leave our jobs and to create new material. So we knew it was not going to be easy, and it was a long way to go for making it happen. But being here in Mexico, we decided to use cactus as our main plant or the main feedstock to base our R&D on, because as you know, in Mexico we have a lot of cactuses. It's the country with the most abundant quantity of cactuses, not only farm but also wild, and it's just the typical and native region of these plants to grow. So we started to talk to the agricultural sector, farmers to join this adventure with us. And so at the end, we end up working with some suppliers or some farmers that are located in central part of Mexico, and they of course don't use any herbicides or pesticides or fertilizers in the cactus plantations. Why? Because cactuses, as you know, are very, very resilient. They endure bugs, insects, and they are very resistant versus plagues. And also, they need very little water to grow. So we don't even have to apply irrigation. In that sense, it makes it a very, very sustainable plant. So if we transform that into a product, then you have something that is reducing the environmental footprint very, very, very significantly. So we harvest the mature leaves of the cactus plant, and we don't damage the plant itself. We only harvest the mature leaves, so the plant stays there, and it's helping the soil to restore its properties. It's enriching biodiversity in the region, absorbing carbon dioxide, and then we mesh and dry these cactus leaves. Bless you, in case. And we transform them into a material that looks like leather. Nowadays, we are sending this material all over the world to many different brands to create a lot of products. So this is the big picture of what we do, and so please let me know if you have any questions.
So, who inspired you to do this?
Well, this is something that the idea came to our minds from a genuine interest in helping these industries to change the way they are doing things, because at the end of the day, many things in this world have to change. We have to be more conscious about environmental care, and so it was caring for ourselves, for our environment, for our friends, family, for everybody in general, and also for live animal. It, we knew it was possible, and we were like, why is this not being made like everywhere? So we just tried to give an example.
Were you aware of this when you were children?
When I was a kid, I remember. Well, I was born in a small city, so I was in touch with nature. I love animals, so I always had this on the back of my mind. You know, like the importance of it, of caring for it, and then I had the opportunity to travel around the world for work, and I saw many countries that they were doing great at caring for the environment, others that were doing really bad. And when I came back to Mexico finally, I saw that there was very little consciousness in caring for the environment. Although Mexico is very rich in natural resources, in different types of flora, fauna. You know, Mexico is a very large country, so from the north to the south, you will find a lot of varieties of ecosystems. It's not like in the movies that you only look at cactus and that's cactus everywhere in Mexico. In southern Mexico, we have actually very tropical places full of plants and animals and so forth. So yes, I wanted to contribute to put a seed in the consciousness of Mexico to care for all these things that we have, and not just take them for granted and finish them.
How did you think so hard through this process?
It was a very difficult process because at the beginning of the idea, we didn't know if it was going to be possible or not. But when you gather up a good team, people that have apport in different areas to the idea, that they have the same values, then things can be made.
How did Corona affect your work?
Well, actually, we launched our material in Italy in October 2019, and then shortly after that, in the pandemic, like arrived everywhere in the world. I remember that Mexico shut down on February 2020. So it was just a few months after our launch, and so our company was practically born in the middle of the pandemic. And so we think that although it's been challenging, it's been also an opportunity, because the pandemic is a reminder that we are doing things wrong for a long time, and that we have to change the way we do things and the way we care for each other and the environment. And so in some sense, it's also boosting the acceptance of this type of products into the industry.
All right. So, did you try anything before you used cactus? And if so, what were they?
To be honest with you, we spent quite a long time investigating around cactuses, because within the cactus world, there are thousands of species. So we spent a long time within the cactus family exploring plants until we arrived to the species that is called Opuntia ficus indica.
All right. So you said that cactus is your main source of getting your leather. Is there any other way that you make leather, or is it just cactus?
It is cactus, and we combine this cactus with additives, like for example, organic pigments. And there is within the cactus plant, there is a substance that is called chlorophyll, which is green. It is a natural, let's say, pigment, quote. And what we have to do is to balance these substances to give the material, the bioresin, the correct um, color in balance with this green natural color that it has. So if you want to make it red, white, then you have to play with pigments. And then after you have this bioresin in the right color, we pour it over a substrate or a backer, which or a carrier that can be a textile, like a polyester or cotton or recycled both cotton and recycled polyester.
Right. So on your video on your website, it said that cactus is good for your skin. How is it good for your skin?
Yes, actually, there are several industries that use cactus before for other purposes, like for example, doing creams, shampoo. It hydrates your skin. It's been used for the makeup industry. It also been used for the adhesive industry because it has natural adhesive properties, impermeable properties, and um, and it's also being used in the paint industry to adhere the paint to the walls or surfaces and make them last for a longer time. Yeah.
What was your childhood like?
My childhood, like, I used to be a very hyper kid, I love to do crazy things, and I was very curious. I am curious still, and very free, a very free guy, playful, and I love adventure, and I think that's what it takes to be an entrepreneur. You have to be adventurous. You have to like to take some risks without putting your of course your life in the dangerous position, but you have to take some risk. Like for example, when we left our jobs, we were risking our financial life, our stable life, because we were not going to to be getting this allowance every month. So, but we knew it was gonna be worth at the end of the journey. So we just went for it, and I've been like that always. Always like to try new things and to take risks.
What do you most like about your city?
The thing I like the most about my city is that well, I am living in Guadalajara city now, so this is like my city now, and what I like the most is that you have many different ecosystems in the state. We have like desertic areas, we have forest, we have also a very famous beach that it's only like 4 hours drive from here, and many people from around the world love to go there because it's a very nice place. Here is where the tequila is made, and there here is where the mariachis are from, the Mexican musicians with the trumpets and the so it's like the most representative state of Mexico, and I love that people are very friendly, and there is a very proactive ecosystem around innovation and ideas. So this is what I like.
All right. So are the clothes that you are wearing right now made out of the cactus leather?
There are a lot of products made of cactus leather now. Like there are brands like H&M, Karl Lagerfeld, Fossil, and some others that you can find on our Instagram account, which is desserto.pele with double L. And there are handbags, footwear, products, accessories, furniture. So basically, you can do all types of products that normally use leather. You can replace that and use our material instead.
How much did you think you saved the planet?
Well, I think that to save the planet, there's still a long way to go, and many people have to make efforts in different areas. But we think that we are contributing in in well, in a meaningful way in regards of reducing the use of animal and synthetic materials. We are saving animals as well, and I think that it's important. It's a very important step. But younger generations like yourself are the ones that are going to have to keep this change going, because you are the future leaders of all these industries. So it's very important, and I am very pleased to know that you are engaged into sustainability and that you are looking forward to keep this going.
So, how did you work with Maite doing your work? Like, who did what?
Well, when you run a startup, you have to do a bit of everything. So we are basically involved in everything, in every aspect of the company. We are a team of 11 people now, and although in the whole value chain of the product, there are more than 700 people. And yeah, we develop projects. We go to the laboratory. We run numbers. We give customer service. We manage our teams. So we are basically everywhere.
All right.
And last one, are you famous or do you think you are?
Now, well, people recognize our work, and some people know us in the industry, but I don't consider myself as someone famous.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you,
So,
guys.
thank you. Yeah, thank you too. Thank you, Adrian and Kenza, for the great discussion and for all the things that we learned today. Thank you, Oboot, for listening to this interview.
Stay safe.
Do you?
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can hear about upcoming sessions with other changemakers. Please also tell your friends about Oboot and share social media links with them. And last but not least, go to oboot.co to learn about opportunities to collect digital badges and help us draw down carbon.